And it says we are live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Wednesday night. Yes, another special night. I told you guys last week that last week and this week was going to be on Wednesday because I actually got to work at my job tomorrow evening. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. I'm going to adjust that just a little bit. I don't know if it's going to help the cause or not. And let me adjust my mic here a little bit as well. Hope you guys are having a great week. We, of course, will go through the news. I have no idea how many folks, if any, are going to show up tonight because it is a different time of the week. And not only is it a different time of the week, but it's also something that I didn't get a chance to do a lot of early promo for. We're actually in the midst of a storm. This week has been a whole week. So my one outside outlet has died. I changed it. It's still not working. So I don't know what the problem is, which means none of my outside Christmas lights work. This is like report card week and parent visitation week for me. Then none of the decorating was started at all for the holidays, not even a little bit. And it's going to be a very watered down year for that. I just don't have the time. And then today was a storm day. So it was out shoveling and the snow that fell was that clodgy, slushy stuff. And then it was rain after. It's been a whole day. But I am here and we are going to go through the news. I, of course, am your host, your most humble host, Dennis Bolton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe. And while you are at it, light up a baby. Hit the notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery Man, The Everything Factor, all of the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. So we will go through what it is that we do have. I just want to make sure that I got everything sort of set up here now. And I think I do. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Daryl. I think it might be slow having folks come in here tonight. No, I didn't know. Marcus, don't even start asking. It's not going to be in 2025 that's going to happen. It'll be sometime in 2026. I assure you, over the next month, I am not going to have the time to do it. 100% impossible to do. I'll do very good to get the house decorated. And wrapping. Like, that's not a thing that's happening this year. I'm not going to have the time for it. It's not possible. I got to figure out why my outside outlet's not working yet. So it's a whole thing. Trust me, you'll know because I'll show it in a review when it's done. It's not going to be as dramatic as what I think you're thinking it's going to be. I'm not going for a big dramatic repaint. I still want it to be functional and usable. Hey, Big M. Daryl, excited about Bruticus. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Hey, Albert. Okay, so speaking of getting into the news, I reckon we should probably start with this. TFCon is going to welcome in LA, Colin Murdoch. For those of you who don't know, well, you can see right there, he is best known, of course, as the voice of Quick Strike. And I've said that this TFCon seems like a very heavy on Beast Wars and very heavy on RID. So cool. Not a guest that I always see making the circuit, but cool. Nice addition. We also have some new images for the Missing Link Delta Magnus. And like this one shows some. I thought that there was more in here, but there's not. We'll see some more later on. You can certainly see that he can bend his knee. The leg looks pretty. Just saying, the leg looks what it is. You're talking about a hollow leg, right? But we'll see more of that later on with the articulation. It's certainly happening. DNA Design. I don't really this kit. I'm not gonna lie. DNA Design has done like a couple of kits, and this one is DK73, which is apparently supposed to specifically be for Devastator combined. And it looks like we have extra heads. It looks like the drill hands. It looks like new hands and maybe forearms. I don't know what the two purple things are on the back. A new hip skirt for sure, some fillers. So a lot of this, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure what it is. I don't own that Devastator. But if we go forward, it says basic upgrade display. So we have the original. Then we have the DK73, which I'm looking at next to the original, and I'm not. It looks taller, but I don't know why it looks taller, and I don't see any differences. And then I look at DK70, 71, 72, and 73 all on. And again, it must be, you guys would know better than me. I'm assuming thigh extenders. Is that what I'm seeing? Is that what's going on here? I don't understand why he's taller. I don't feel like this particular graphic shows off the changes very well at all. Actually, I'm not seeing the difference in these three. If you are cool, but it's not striking me, not significant enough. The hands, I guess, but not enough for what DNA Designs kits cost. I'm not seeing a huge difference here. If you are cool, those of you who own it, you would know better than me. On the back, yeah, okay, I see that there's definitely some adjustment here, certainly to long haul. And I'm assuming some filler pieces and stuff are back here. Again, as I look at it, like, it's not striking me as a significant difference, but to each their own. I know that it was a huge difference with Menasor. So those that own this, you would know best if it's a huge difference. I'm not seeing it, but that's not saying that it isn't a huge difference. And I mean, like, some neat articulation stuff, I guess. But whatever improvements are, and maybe this is to its credit, are subtle, that a lot of people probably wouldn't notice the kit's on, and maybe that's a success. You know, they always say, like, when you apply makeup, make it look like you're not wearing makeup, right? That's what they say to all the ladies, and I guess the men too, if you wear makeup. I'm not seeing the differences. He, as a base combiner, he was great. This looks a little more interesting, right? And if you want to do the whole Prowlestator bit, you can do that. I'm not a big Prowlestator guy. Expanded upgrade display. Again, I mean, special optional add-on parts. I don't know what this is for. Like, I don't like when it's not super clear to me what all the parts are for. But again, to each their own. I guess this gives them a shield. I guess that's a part you could take off from long haul. I don't know if I'd want to give him a shield, but to each their own. And I guess this outlines 72 and 73 with a new back hip skirt. Oh, yeah, okay, so there are, like, knee bits and extenders. That makes sense. And I guess fillers on the legs and the arms. Yeah, see, the filler stuff I'm probably not going to notice because I didn't find that they were too bad for fillers anyway. If you did, then cool, get them. I mean, I like DNA Design. I'm not saying don't get it. I'm just saying I don't see all of the hype of the differences. That's all. But do I think that it's probably a good set? Yeah, probably. Is it a necessary set? I don't know. I mean, it wasn't the Devastator for me, but I do think the Studio Series Devastator is fantastic just as he is. I didn't find, when I looked at the combined mode, I didn't feel like it needed any add-on kits. It felt fine to me. But as we all know, I'm not a huge add-on kit guy. Seems like there's a lot in there, but I don't feel like I'm seeing a huge difference in the overall box. We have some leaks. Apparently, the 2026 line for Walmart is going to be labeled Energon. Whether that means Unicron Trilogy Energon or something else, your guess is as good as mine at this point. But we do have an Energon Optimus Prime. We do have an Age of the Primes Dark Energon Megatron. That's an interesting one. Dark Energon Megatron. And then Energon Cybertronic. Is this a new character? Because I don't know the character of Cybertronic. I've never heard of it. And Cybertread. I don't know either. I don't know either of these. I feel like they're two new characters. Maybe they're renames. I don't know. Maybe you guys know better than me. Maybe you're bigger Unicron Trilogy fans than me. Or you know something I don't. But they are going to be part of the Walmart capsule. I guess we'll see. I'll say this. The two that we just had being the Sideways and the Excellion were fantastic. Both of those were excellent. If these four can be as good as those two, it'll be a solid subline, honestly. Because they turned out super well. I'm going to check in with you guys a little bit here now before I go on. Because I know I kind of jumped into things quickly. He's not nearly as stumpy as he looks in that photo. I've seen other photos of him posted, and he looks much better. Then they need to do something because he almost looks super deformed in the stock photo. But we'll talk about it when we get there. We're not there yet, Daryl. I'll talk about it when I get there. New Age Great Shot in today. Interesting. Interesting. That'd be a very diminutive size to do great shot in, but I believe if anybody can do it, New Age can do it. I wish I could post an image here to show what I mean, but it doesn't seem that's an option. No, it's not, which I think is an oversight on YouTube's part. I've always said that you should be able to post images. Finally, and just before someone tosses the knife and split the frosting bread pie. What? I don't know what that is, but okay. I prefer an SS86 Delta Magnus. I could see that, I suppose. The DNA design kit, I don't see a whole lot I want. The two purple pieces make new shoulder joints. Oh, okay. Again, I don't know if he needs them. I mean, cool, I guess, if you want them. I don't know if he needs them. More solid arm connections, leg extension. So you're saying more solid, but that was the claim with the kit for the Combiner Wars one as well. And it's really not. They are not more solid. I don't own it, but I've seen the reviews and I know people who own it, and that was the claim. So I would say buyer beware. If you don't have any issues with the shoulders, I don't know if it's worth it. But to each their own. You do you. They didn't even add a filler for the chest. They probably should have done that then. It's an extender that also centers the legs. But again, and I know everybody says this, I didn't really find the legs off center anyway, but I didn't look that close, I guess. They functioned, and he felt hefty. I thought it was fine. And the purple things are arm connectors between the arms and the body. Tomorrow, happy birthday to Jeff Bridges. Okay. And whatever cookie day is, and whatever your Forge day, I assume. I asked you before, is that your birthday? I don't know what any of this means, Blue. Is that your birthday? I don't ever get these references. Happy birthday to you, if that's what Forge Day is, and happy birthday to Daryl, up and coming. I already have the drill hands. I had my buddy print, and like that's cool if you're really into Devastation, but like I don't ever remember him having drill hands like in the G1 cartoon. Maybe he didn't. I'm forgetting. BBTS ad. Now, see, that kind of gets on my nerves because years ago I approached them to be a I don't know, like a collaborator or whatever it's called. And they turned me down. So for them to have an ad serviced on me now, get bent, honestly. Hey, Joe. Better than political ads. True. Hey, Maximal 10. The fillers are mostly to fill the hollows created by the leg extenders. For the price, I'm not even considering it. Frosting bread pie equals cake. Why didn't you just say cake? The bag is ready. Yeah, I know. Amidst everything, I gotta get over there. I still got your venom in your sword for Skullgrin too. I gotta get Sideways and Excellion. Do it. They're great. Honestly, they're great. Okay, let's get back to the news. And we're gonna go right down here to the bottom. Now there is a bunch of like Black Friday, Cyber Monday nonsense. I'm not getting into any of that. Then we have this. This cracked me up. Premium Collectibles Studio Museum Scale Optimus Prime Jet Convoy Edition statue canceled. So this gigantic statue that's 86 centimeters tall and 101 centimeters wide. Like, it's gigantic. It's like this thing. Yeah, okay, it looks cool. $4,500 they wanted for this. American. I assume plus tax, plus shipping. Like, I'm sorry. This is one of those cases where, and I remember reporting this back in April. This is one of those cases where, and I said it then, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Whoever greenlit this should be fired. Because as soon as the price tag that they had to charge for came out, somebody should have said, yeah, no, that's stupid. Nobody's going to pay $5,000 for a Transformer statue. That's idiotic. And if you do, you have more money than sense, and you should really take better care of your money. I'm not surprised this got canceled. I really didn't expect any different. I would have been more surprised if it didn't get canceled. Scott Brownlee is going to be at TF Nation 2026. And if you don't know who that is, he was a sound mixer. He was the sound mixer for G1. He was right in there with Wally Burr. I mean, he's the guy who came up with the iconic voice for Soundwave. the Transformers sound, he had a part in that. All of the laser stuff. Like, you want some stories of G1 and the movie and how those iconic sounds that we've all come to know and love were made, created, added in. This will be the guy. What an interesting guest for TF Nation to pick up. Super, super interesting guest. One of, I find that far more interesting than all of like the comic book guys and stuff that you hear tell them all the time. But that's just me. I find that stuff way more interesting. We have more, I guess, in-hand images of the Aldi Wave 3 lads that we talked about last week. A great picture there of the whole wave, really. Same here. Right, the Galvatron in toy accurate colors. The reformatting Megatron, that's really cool, how you got the grid on part of him, but not all of them. Brawn, Ratbat, and Bombshell? Yeah, Bombshell. Ricochet or Stepper, whatever you prefer. Hot Rod, that's a great looking Hot Rod. Really great looking Hot Rod. Remember, these are statues, Scourge. They don't transform, but they look great. Regular Galvatron. You know, and they're about deluxe-ish size, roughly. Right? So if you're into the bots and you're into the posability, like, this is a great way to go. Right? Honestly, it's a great option to go with. Like, look at the splits. Look at the T-pose. Really impressive. The Megatron, we've seen that before. Nice, robust, deluxe-ish size, right? Maybe even a bit bigger than that, honestly. And the Shattered Glass Optimus thrown in there, too, looks really good as well. Great lineup. Really, honestly, a great lineup. The reformatting Megatron is a chase. And the Galvatron 2, or the toy accurate Galvatron, whichever way you want to see it, I see it as Galvatron 2, is also a chase. I didn't get the Selects Galvatron, but I kind of wish I did now because I'd like to have him as Galvatron 2. We can go up. A whole bunch of reissues. So let me kind of cover the reissues. That way we can kind of blow past that. Earthrise Thrust reissue out in the UK at Forbidden Planet in Derby. Also cited at EB Games in Canada. So the thrusts are coming out. The Legacy Beachcomber also out in the US scene in Westminster, California. Siege Prowl in Norfolk, Virginia also has been cited in Canada. The Alpha Strike Squadron, that was also released in the US. Hoist was found at Walmart, as was Gigawatt at Target. A whole bunch of reissues. I'm not a big Gigawatt guy, but the Hoist, the Thrust, any of the Earthrise stuff, get that stuff. If you see it, get it. If you missed it, I'm really glad Earthrise is getting a reissue of a lot of its more popular lads, because that was right during like lockdown time and stuff, and a lot of people did miss out. Unfortunately, I was very lucky that I didn't, but a lot of people did, and it was a tough time. So I think a lot of these definitely deserve those reissues. Super happy to see it. As for Runabout, I still hope he gets his comeuppance too, because he is definitely like the black eye that's not being dealt with here in terms of needing a reissue, more than some of the others that are getting reissues. Alex Milne, he'll be at TFCon LA. I mean, Alex is everything. A lot of people renowned him for his writing. Speaking of the reissue of Hoist, here's the reissue of Hoist. And I don't think it really says where. It just says at Walmart. Nucleon Quest. This is in-hand images of the Nucleon Quest. Power Master Optimus Prime, which is basically based on, if I'm not mistaken, like from 2000, 2001, like a Toys R Us Japan exclusive coloration or something. So this isn't Nemesis Prime. It's Optimus in very Nemesis Prime-esque colors. A lot of people that have this say it's a great mold. Yeah, I guess if you want Optimus in like decked out like Nemesis, then sure, why not? I do like the little Ginrai or Haikyuu if you prefer. And they look great. I'm not going to pretend that they don't. They really do. Both of them really do look great. Very impressive. certainly in vehicle mode. And the black is quite striking, especially with the stripe down the side. And I mean, nothing. I mean, you can see it's the same molding and everything. It's just the way the coloration is, right? Both of them still have kind of a hella backpack, but I mean, Power Master Optimus Prime always does, right? And again, you can put God Bomber on him, and sure, make Nucleon Quest be the God Ginrai. Why not? You could even use one as Ginrai and use the other as Power Master Optimus Prime. Why not? Have fun with it. You might as well. If you got it and you spent this kind of money on it, you might as well. That's the way I see it. And we already know what the kind of like deco layout is, I think, of the panels and stuff. Really great looking. Far too rich for my blood, but I respect it all the same. And the hoist and him. This is the first, I guess, in-hand images of the Superion set, the Asia exclusive Superion Age of the Prime set. Nice box that it comes in. And it is in a nice box. You got this little display thing where they're all kind of fit in there nicely and some art. Like, there's your added stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still just the Age of the Primes, lads, right? Like, unless you really got a thing for a display case and a little bit of art and stuff, I don't know if you really need this. Like, unless you really want this box, it's the exact same product. Nice box, but I don't think I would be doing an import for it personally. The dramatic capture, they call this part 1. I don't know why they're calling this part 1. There have been other dramatic capture Decepticon sets out so far. The one with the Megatron and the one with the Blitzwing, for example, right? Like those two, and the others that were in with it, of course. This seems like the third, I want to say. But I do find the images here very interesting. So this is the two sets, and this guy comes with all of the pieces that came with the toy Accurate Deco kit that was released here in North America. The reconnaissance pack that had the like hologram box and stuff that was really cool. Here are the two Thundercrackers. The dramatic capture one has a slightly lighter blue, and here and the chest, the waist skirt and the chest are more a light gray than the silver. That said, I see both of these as irrelevant at this point because we got the new one coming. I was never happy with this mold, so I'm fine to see them go by the wayside. I know that the black hair is accurate, but I do prefer the blue, to be honest with you. That's the lads with all their bits on them. And again, you don't have the same silver here. You got gray. It doesn't look bad, though. Great set. If you did not get reflector, even if you just wanted to use the Thundercracker as a spare seeker, I think that of all the dramatic capture, this is one of the better ones because a lot of people, again, from that Siege era, a lot of people could not get their hands on 3 reflectors. This is a great way to get all 3. And a Crimzeek. No less. Great set. Honestly, I think it's one of the better ones. There he is with Starscream. Great set. And that's coming from someone who's not a huge fan of the Thundercracker mold. This is another reissue. I think I may have skipped this one. This is the Alpha Strike multi-pack, I suppose. This was found where? At GameStop. Doesn't say where. I'd like to have the Target Master from this. I always like to have a couple of extra Battle Masters. I have this set. I use the black Sideswipe repaint as its own character that I use it as Lambor. I use the Japanese name. I like the Sky Tread. Not the Sky Tread. The he's supposed to be cassettes. Slam Dance. And I know that some people had issues with the red on the pants of that guy. No, it doesn't turn into cassettes to go in Blaster. That's true. But I still like the way that they pulled it off. I think it works for me. I didn't feel a need to get the Dr. Wu Slam Dance because I was happy with this one. And I was happy with Trenchfoot, who I think I ended up pairing with Crosshairs. I think I've actually paired him with Crosshairs. I'm not sure now. And the Prowl I already mentioned, that was also out in a Walmart in Norfolk, Virginia. Canada, apparently in both Ontario and in Alberta, Wave 4 Deluxes for Age of the Primes are out. That's the wave with Quintus and Quick Strike and Blast Off and so on and so forth. Seen them Walmarts. I haven't seen them yet, but I do know that they are as close to this side of the country as Nova Scotia. Just saying, all you got to do is hop, skip, and a jump on the ferry, and you'll be here. So if I'm lucky enough to get them early, I think they're actually slated for a January 1st release. So I won't be shocked if they show up a little bit early. If they're coming out in Canada, I got to believe that sightings in the U.S. are not going to be far behind. The Thrust reissue. This is the box for that dramatic capture set. If you are into boxes, it's just Thundercracker holding the camera. You know, reflector, let's see what you can see. I think we all know that scene from G1. Legacy Evolution Beachcomber reissue, also found in the US. I told you that one a few minutes ago as well. These are $29.99, by the way. We'll go all the way down and work our way up. Dr. Wu, speaking of Prowl, Dr. Wu is doing their own version of Prowl, 5 to 6 centimeters tall, a Micromaster version, very small, but this looks super impressive. Right down to the little red lights on the front there. You got the badge on his door. You got the headlights that are colored. The car looks great from all angles. So does the bot. This will be a 2-pack, him and Kickback. The Kickback also looks tremendous. We'll talk about that in a minute. I think really impressive. A great looking Prowl. And not for nothing, and not to be outdone, but here's the Kickback. Little Micro Mastery size Kickback. Very impressive. Great bot mode. Great grasshopper mode. I think that's what he is, a grasshopper. They're great. Dandy set. That's 2 dandy sets tonight. These 2 and the dramatic capture. Hot Wheels is doing 2 more collaboratives. It's going to be... 3 more. Twin Mill 2, an exclusive to somewhere. I would imagine it will be the Twin Mill mold recolored, I would think. El Segundo. I don't know what that is. And GT Scorcher. That one interests me. I'm interested to see more of these. I'm still waiting for my Twin Mill and Bone Shaker. I don't know how they are. I haven't seen a review. I don't want to see a review. I don't want to be colored, as we all know. But if they turn out well, then this might be a great way for Hot Wheels to go forward. Just saying. And then we have these 2 lads. So they are indeed new molds. I did not expect that to be the case. I thought they were going to be like retools. Let's kind of take a closer look here at these. So this is the Orion Pax. I mean, it looks very similar to the Optimus. I'm sure it's going to borrow some stuff. I really hope that they rework the shoulders for the transformation here, because I really didn't like those shoulders at all. And then we got the Bumblebee. And while I feel like maybe the hips, maybe the thighs, maybe the shoulders, maybe even the head is reused from other Bumblebee molds, I do think the chest is new. I do think the feet are newly molded, and I do think the covers over the shins are certainly newly molded. This is meant to be Devastation Bumblebee. I think a lot of people are disappointed that he has the yellow on the shins, because a lot of people are like, oh, Bumblebee should have black shins. It doesn't bother me too much. I don't think I need another Bumblebee, but cool all the same. I don't know. I guess we'll see how this pans out. I still feel like there's a lot of nods here to the 86 mold. Not the same. Certainly some differences, but certainly a lot of nods to it. I do like the cell shading on the windshield. And I do like the look of the car mode, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that looks really good. I really like that. I don't hate this Bumblebee. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think for Devastation, if you're into Devastation, and you have like the Devastation Optimus, and you have like the ground soldier and you have like the Seeker Elite, you might as well get the Bumblebee. Again, in for a penny, in for a pound. Why not? Certainly the chest and stuff looks all remolded. I hope that this transforms better. I really do. Because I did not like the shoulders of the other one. The feet look kind of odd, though, so I'm not sure. Time will tell. We'll see as time goes on. And I do think it shares at least some of the engineering of the Optimus, because look at the angle that the legs are on. Again, you got to do that slight little bend if you're going to want the front tires to line up with the back tires. So there's definitely similarities there. No doubt about it. How much is shared versus how much is molded new, that I'm not sure about yet. Gigawatt, I told you guys, also out. That was seen at Target stores in Missouri and Minnesota. Probably coincide with the Back to the Future 40th anniversary. And we have these Prime Changers. Mostly reissues of like figures from other lines, to be honest with you, except for one new mold. So we go down here, and this is obviously Cyberverse Optimus repackaged. I mean, cool, I guess, if you want Cyberverse Optimus. Same with the Bumblebees, just that deluxe Cyberverse Bumblebee. Maybe it's the Earthrise Bumblebee or Earth Spark Bumblebee. I'm not sure. The Megatron is a new mold. I don't know if it's good. He is a tank here, and I don't mind that. But again, these look to be more simplistic, I guess. This thing, again, for the love of God, honest to God, it came out in Cyberverse. It came out in Rise of the Beast, and now it's out again. This thing doesn't sell. Nobody wants it. It's no good. Stop making it. It's ugly. Look at that. This is terrible. I don't know why they keep pushing this thing out. And this thing, this was also terrible. Oh my God, it's so bad. Look at it. Look at it. Be horrified by it. I think I actually reviewed this. I don't know how I managed to review this, but I think I reviewed this when it was the Rise of the Beast version. This is obviously a more Beast Wars version, and like it's goofy. So I don't know, if you want prime changers, I suppose, go for it. These were the images for Delta Magnus I was talking about. And I like these because they show a lot more movement than we've seen before. Here with the ankles and the knees, and you can see how much you can T-pose. Certainly not a full T-pose, but a heck of a lot more than the G1 was able to do. And as we go here, like, I love this picture. I think this is a great image. And yes, he can take the aerial bots and cars. And yes, he can still do the like repair bay arm thing. And the base mode and this other base mode. I didn't know any of this when I was a kid. I just thought he was a truck and a bot. And all of these like base modes and whatnot. The Matrix still in here. I mean, it's nothing new that we haven't really seen before with the Ultra Magnus, but it's nice to get, I think, more images and a better coverage of the articulation stuff this time around. I feel like they're giving a better coverage to Delta Magnus than they gave to Ultra Magnus. Nevertheless, it takes everything that was great about the original and certainly improves upon it. I still don't see anything that shows he can kick out to the side very much, though. If he can, I'm going to say that's a fairly limited movement. Like, that's very limited out to the side. But I feel like there is. Oh, yeah, there's hinges there. I stand corrected. So he should be able to do it. Yeah, there's hinges there. Good call. I don't know. I think it's pretty good if you're into the missing link stuff. It's not for me, but I respect it. And then probably the two greatest pieces of news for the week. This, of course, is going to be the Armada Sideways, where he turns into the bike. And he comes with his two original Minicon partners that can ride the motorcycle. So here's the robot. Looks great. To me, this is going to be double face, right? The other one from Unicron Trilogy, the Cybertron one, that's Noise Maze for me. This will be double face, and Sideways will be the movie Sideways. And that's the way I'm going to use them. In Japan, Noise Maze and Double Face were two separate characters. Obviously, Harbinger of Unicron. I love this. The feet look kind of pointed in here. Like the way they are is a bit weird. The way they are here is a bit flat and weird. But, you know, it's a big foot, big base. He should stand like a champ, and he does have an ankle. The two little Minicon lads, I'm glad that they're including them with him because they haven't been doing that a lot. And the motorcycle, he can get on it. I don't imagine the Minicons can transform or anything, but hey, you really just need him to be able to ride the motorcycle, don't you? Like this. I'm impressed with it. And finally, we have, as Daryl started us out, Bruticus. So here's the box for Onslaught. Here's Onslaught with the base. I don't think it's the greatest of like base turret things because you can obviously tell that that's Bruticus's waist and thighs with a gun mounted on the top, and that must mean his feet and lower legs are the bottom. So, you know, I get it. You're trying to work with what you got. I do like the look of this alt mode. This is a fantastic iteration of Onslaught's alt mode, harkening very much back to G1. Very much like it. I said, as soon as everybody was like, oh, you know what, the legs are just going to attach this time. I said, no, they won't. I said, all they're going to do is instead of the legs attaching to a shin, the legs will now be reversed and attached to the calf. And that's exactly what's happening so that Brawl and Swindle are out front, and the back of the leg is the part that's connected to Onslaught. Do not like the green on the arms. Not a fan of that. I do find that that really hurts in combined mode. This is Onslaught all colored. I said when I saw the grayscale that I did like the proportions. I would have to see it colored. I still feel like the thighs are awful thin compared to the lower legs. I still feel like the forearms and shoulders are boxy compared to the bicep. It's okay, but it's not perfect. Then we have this. Again, a lot of people said it looks stumpy, and it does. According to Daryl, there are images where it looks better. I don't hate it. Starscream Wife actually really likes it. I love that it is cartoon accurate in its coloration. And I already have the Vortex. I do not like that when I look at Vortex, he is obviously not the same color as this arm. I wish that the arm here was gray to match with Vortex. I wish the arm over here was more of a brown to match with Blastoff. The coloration on the arms really stands out to me and not in a good way, I gotta say. I also wish that the hip skirt, because this looks like one piece, I wish it was three pieces. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is three pieces, but it doesn't look that way because it looks like it's just connected like here, right? Time will tell. Love the chest, love the head, love the blasters behind the shoulders. As for the lower legs, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. And with that, that's the news. Done. Let's check in with you guys and see what you guys think of all of this stuff that I've been babbling on about. Let's go up here. Where did I leave off to? Right there is where I left off. Also, I'm going to give you guys the trivia now so you can guess for when we get down there. The trivia, my friends, tonight. What does Megatron consider to be Optimus Prime's greatest weakness? We're talking all the way back in G1. What does Megatron think is Optimus's greatest weakness? A, he's overly loyal. B, he's too honest. C, he's foolishly brave. Or D, he has an overinflated sense of honor. A, too loyal. B, too honest. C, too brave. D, too honorable. Which one is his greatest weakness? Loyalty, honesty, bravery, or honor? I'm going to start going down through this. Let's see. I'll post the Christmas wishes. Dennis, what? Will you post the Christmas wishes like every year? I'm planning on it, Albert. I hope so, buddy. It's become a tradition. And honestly, long before I even did YouTube, my 12 wishes of Christmas was a thing that as it would get closer to that time of year, right? People would say, "Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it?" So it's become a thing for a lot of people. It's become part of their tradition. So I certainly will endeavor to, yes, do the Christmas wishes. Plus, I think it helps to kind of maintain a bit of perspective about why we celebrate the holidays. It's so easy to get caught up in all the consumerism and just wanting more and more and more. And the Black Friday horror stories that you hear about people fighting in the aisles and stuff. But that's not what it's about. And I hope that my wishes kind of give some perspective and some comfort and some warmth and some joy heading into the holidays. Hey, Master Fair, I'm dropping Christmas karaoke songs for Christmas. Hold on. Blue says he's dropping Christmas karaoke songs for Christmas song. Consider it my Christmas gift to everyone. And yes, my birthday is tomorrow. Okay, it is his birthday. So yeah, Blue said that he was doing a Christmas like karaoke playlist, basically. So if you're planning like a Christmas party or something, I don't know, hit up Blue. Maybe he'll have something for you. HasLab Ecto 1 came in yesterday. It's not a HasLab Ecto 1. Oh, HasLab Ecto 1. Oh, didn't expect it to be so big. Really nice, though. I didn't know that they were doing an Ecto 1, but I get it. I saw the Hot Wheels collab figures recently at Target, as well as the Sunstreaker Gigawatt and Thrust reissues. Yeah, and I'm glad that people are seeing them. I picked up Sideways recently, and while I don't know the character well, I really love the figure. My in-laws gave me 86 Magnus for his birthday. Love him so much. I reviewed him. We've already talked about that. He's a great Magnus, no doubt. 4,500 my ass. Let's see. Magnus is fantastic. Didn't Scott do the same for Star Wars? As we go down here a bit, let's see. Anyone remember that Santa Optimus Prime fig? Yeah, the one that was done a few years ago using the VNR Optimus mold. They also did that as a Hallmark keepsake ornament. Hey, Boss Gunny. By the way, hi, Francis, if I didn't say it, buddy. Magnus is so good. Definitely one of the faves of my collection, says Daryl. You mean the Holiday Optimus 3 years ago, Master Fire? Yes, that's what he's talking about. I got Devastation Wheeljack. I forgot about Devastation Wheeljack and Sideswipe. Yeah, those two. It does look nice in person. I'll be doing some paint customization on the chest to add some stickers, numbers on the doors. I also bought him an add-on kit. Right on. I hope it all works out for you then. I love the treatment they put on Devastation Wheeljack, says Daryl. I like the Siege Magnus for the Cybertronian look, RID truck reference. And you know what? There's an argument for that too. A lot of people still like their Siege. Runabout, I hope, Marcus, he comes out. I really do. I ordered Thrust from Amazon. It will arrive next week. After Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker, both of which have reissues. What area of California are you, Blue? I visited there once. Took a side trip while visiting Vegas. I did the touristy things. Think Hoist will be repainted into Rescue Bots Academy colors? No, I don't. Never say never, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I think 86 Magnus is enough for me, though I had the G1 as a kid. Still need 86 Magnus as Master Fire. I don't have a Prowl yet, but I really want an Earth mode version, not a Cybertronian one. I said it before. I don't like what they did with the Datsuns for the Cybertronian mode. It just comes off to me as trying to be tactful here, looking like a marital aid. And make of that what you will. It doesn't look like a card to me. How much does it cost? I don't know what you're talking about there. Nucleon. Oh, the Nucleon one. I would imagine it costs whatever the regular Ginrai costs. I don't know what that is in the States. I certainly don't know what that is where you are, which I think is Australia. But here in Canada, I don't know, 200-300. I don't know. I'm not into the MP stuff at all. I had to go to 3 different Walmarts and eventually just ordered them online to get 2 of the Black Friday bundles. Oh yeah, well they didn't come to Canada, but I'm glad you got what you were looking for though. All the same, I think the Superior box set comes with stickers to emulate the toy look too. Maybe it might come with stickers. In trying to get the bundles, you passed up on Alpha Triumph Flatline and Scavenger. Shame, shame, shame. Really? You found a Walmart that had Star Raider figures? Still crazy. Let's see. When I was little, I wanted a Christmas movie to come out on my birthday. In 2015, I got what I asked for, but not what I wanted. The movie was Krampus. Eesh. Yeah, I get what you mean. Prowl that comes with his shoulder. What? A prowl that comes with his shoulder. Oh, shoulder rockets. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The Doctor Wu one, you mean? El Segundo, Spanish for the second. Yeah, but I don't know why they're calling it the second. Like, I don't know what that means. Close enough. Welcome back, Classics B. Yeah, a lot of people have said that he looks a lot like Classics B, and I get the reference for sure. The legs look a lot like the Legacy animated B. They do. You're right. There's something familiar there too. I gotcha. The yellow shins are accurate to Devastation. He's pretty dead on. He's supposed to look. Yes. Oh yeah. He looks like the Devastation, but I think people's disappointment is because Devastation is like 98% G1 and then 2% its own thing. Love the car mode. Love the car more. Sorry, love the car more, says Daryl. Really want a Gigawatt. Have not been able to find them here. Keep your eyes peeled. I just ordered and shipped a Gigawatt for a friend for Christmas. Gigawatt's pretty cool. I didn't like Gigawatt. See, I reviewed that and it wasn't for me. My dollar store is packed with these. They'll be fun for the price point, I think. You must be talking about the Prime Changer things. Maybe. I mean, they're cheap because they're cheap, right? Is Hasbro paying attention to what's not being sold? Unlikely. They should be, and you would think they would, but. Missing Link Delta Magnus looks cool, but I really can't justify getting one so ultra. Or I can only justify getting one so ultra it is. I think that's the other thing too, because I don't know what the price is, but I'm going to say he's pretty pricey. Sideways looks amazing. Hyped to get him. Not familiar with Sideways. He's a harbinger of Unicron, really. Not, spoilers. He goes back and forth between the Autobots and Decepticons, and he's loyal to neither because he's loyal to Unicron. The Minicons do transform. They combine to form the Rider. Oh, they combine to form the Rider. Okay, cool. Onslaught looks good, but the skeleton on him for Bruticus makes the pegs look small. I might just stick with my pocket toys Bruticus. That's fair, too. You'll need a bigger door. Onslaught, I'm on the fence with this figure, but it works. Why green arms? I'm assuming the arms are made from the cannons or something that are mounted on. That's the only thing I can figure there. Mostly looks stumpy because of the angle of the brawl leg. I'm not sure why they didn't go with the teal blue arms. I think that would have been better too. The teal blue arms would have been better. I agree. Oh, I got to go up. As we go down here, I'm not sure why they didn't go with teal blue arms. That's where I left off. It looks okay. I might complete Bruticus eventually. Oh man, what is going on here? There. Starscream Wife's Brigade. Starscream Wife's Brigade. Yeah, there's something to that. You're right. You're right. Oh my God, there's something to that. She hasn't put that together. Yeah, she might. Yeah. At least we see Swindle, but I hope he won't be Titan class price. No, he won't be Titan class price. He'll be Voyager price. Longer thighs would fix Bruticus's proportions greatly. Yeah, probably. I feel like the only one who doesn't mind the green on the arms. I feel like the only one who doesn't mind the green on the arms. Not totally ideal, but doesn't stand out that much to me. It's all I see when I look at his arms. That's all I see is the green. I can see, and again, like I can see an add-on kit. We gotta stop saying like, oh, this is gonna have to have an add-on kit. We gotta start saying that these figures are wildly overpriced as it is, and then when you're putting them out, they're not good enough because you gotta get add-on kits. We gotta stop buying add-on kits, quite frankly, and we gotta stop buying Hasbro junk at the price that it is, and start saying to them, you need to do better. As a company for your fans, you need to do better. Find a way. Let's see. Sense of honor. DD. Yeah, you guys are right. It's a sense of honor. Yeah, it is a sense of honor. And it's from Heavy Metal War when they had the whole one-on-one fight. I would have guessed compassion. That would have been a cool guess. Hardware store ad. Interesting. I wish Devastation Sideswipe came with the swords he used in the game. A lot of people have said that, and he probably should have. Ginrai is like 300 US. I think Nucleon is about the same. Then maybe they're like 450 Canadian or something. I don't know. Like when I see a price like that, unless it's for a Titan class, I'm like, yeah, no, sorry, no, it's not worth it. And I don't even look at it any more than that. The whole kit was almost 400 with the MPG 44 and God Bomber. Like I'm sorry, that's insane to me. That's absolutely insane. I saw an add-on kit for Legacy Blitzwing. It makes him look good. I don't know. It makes him okay. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't like that Blitzwing at all. Sideswipe had his swords in G2 and animated. But he also had them in Devastation. That's what they're talking about. Okay, ladies and gents, let's do the unboxing. And the first is going to be tomorrow's review. Neither of these are mine. Again, we can all thank Daryl for me taking a look at these two items. And tomorrow's review, and I actually have this in vehicle mode because I love the vehicle mode. And I said quite a while ago at the beginning of Legacy that I think that we were going to get this character out of Scrapbook. And we'll take a look at the Star Raider, funny enough, Lockdown. When as soon as I saw this for Axle Grease, I was like, that it's going to be Lockdown, right? Like they're going to do this for Lockdown. I think the vehicle mode is fantastic. Looks really good. Is the robot mode? We'll see. I'll talk about that tomorrow. It'll be a quick one to end the week. Then on Tuesday, we're going to go with something from Buzzworthy Bumblebee. And it's going to be Bone Crusher. I would not have taken a look at this mold myself because I find this grabby mine vehicle thing a really weird alt mode. And I like this guy pretty good. I don't know why he's got a bit cattywampus on me there now. I like this guy pretty good. His transformation absolutely takes a bit of getting used to. Not going to lie. And I had no idea that these tires were up on the side when I was doing this. But I got through it. You know, it is what it is. So tomorrow will be Lockdown. Tuesday will be Bone Crusher. That's this week's 2 unboxings. And what else do we have? Well, you know what? We'll look at that next week. Don't forget, of course, we have the Christmas episodes coming up. We'll soon be getting into the year-end lists and all of that good stuff. Until then, my friends, I hope that you guys have a very safe and wonderful weekend. I hope that those of you that celebrated Thanksgiving in the U.S. last week had a wonderful weekend. I'm going to thank you for coming by tonight, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. And if you're in the position to help the channel grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, man, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos. Take care, folks.